and then let them know it's time to bring it on down. All bikes to a stop. All conversations to an end. If you're still pedaling, push right down on that red knob in front of you. It's going to bring your bike to a stop. If somebody around you is still pedaling or talking, give them a tap on the shoulder and let them know it's time to bring it on down. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in this Equinox, we ask you to bring your conversations to an end. All bikes to a stop. All conversations to an end wherever you may be. If you're still pedaling, push down on the red knob in front of you and it'll stop your wheels from spinning. If you're riding in the next ride and you're not set up, please stop what you're doing. We have plenty of bike techs and friends from Equinox here that will help you get set up after our speakers are done. Thank you so much. Getting a room of people from New Jersey quiet is not easy. I thank you for your patience. Oh man, I can't mess with you. You'll beat me up. And I thank you in advance for your respect for our speakers while they're up on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, all morning we've been talking about the MetLife match that started this morning at 8 a.m. and we should be letting all our friends and family at home know about it and tell them to be donating like crazy. And coming up from Team MetLife, make some noise for David!
Well, good morning. I am incredibly excited to be here. I can't even tell you how excited I am to be here. Last year at this time, I had been diagnosed with a rare cancer called pancreatic neuroendocrine tumors that had spread throughout my liver. I had just started my treatment at MSK when my friend Bill Markey over here invited me and my wife Lori to join his Cycle for Survival team, which was sponsored by MetLife and riding to honor his wife Linda. At the time I thought the name Cycle for Survival sounded a little overdramatic, but now I don't. So I'm back here again a year later, feeling great. And look forward to jumping on the bike. Look forward to jumping on the bike with my son Alex over here to be part of this amazing program. Oh yeah. And over the past year, I've personally benefited already from 2 programs funded by this initiative. First is the Impact Tumor Sequencing Test, which detects genetic mutations and actually identified a few in my DNA that have already been used to help guide my treatment with the wonderful Dr. Reedy at MSK, if I can give her a shout out. And the second is creation of something called organoids, which, believe it or not, are these 3D tissue cultures that are derived from my tumors and then grown in a lab to replicate them so that the oncologists can test different therapies on them instead of on me. So think about that for a second. The 2 of the most important advancements that have basically helped keep me alive in this fight over the last year were funded entirely by Cycle for Survival. Yeah. So this Thursday I'm going to be back at MSK to explore something called PRRT, which there may be a couple doctors in the house who know what that is, but for the rest of us, it's a program, it's a therapy where radioactive isotopes are attached to a special cell-targeting protein, then injected in my bloodstream, so they can literally go throughout my body and seek out and destroy all the cancer cells without harming the cells around them. It's pretty amazing. I'm honestly amazed that somebody can even think of something like this, let alone actually do it and make it work for patients like myself. And none of this would be possible without the incredible researchers at MSK, who deserve a big round of applause. And of course, all of the efforts of everyone in this room and all the people who have gotten behind this and helped fund them. So thank you so much. I'm enormously grateful. My family and I are grateful to everyone involved here. And just want to thank you again. And I look forward to getting up for next year and updating you on all the life-saving advancements that all of you helped make happen today. So thank you.
One more time for David, ladies and gentlemen. And if we think about when Cycle for Survival started, Jen and Dave started Cycle for Survival because there wasn't enough being done in the world of rare cancer. And then we hear David's story. The future's here, it's real, it's amazing, it's happening because of every single person in this room. And every single year, Cycle for Survival is proud to award research grants to scientists and doctors with bold ideas to outsmart cancer. The grant program is named in honor of Equinox, Cycle for Survival's founding partners. And a few of the 2019 Equinox Innovation Initiative grant recipients have a special message for all of you. So here's what I'll ask. If you can see a TV monitor wherever you are, we'll give you a second to locate one. And then I'll say, roll that video.
I was excited.
It's wonderful.
I was extremely excited.
I was thrilled to receive the Equinox Innovation Grant.
I forwarded the email to the two scientists in my lab who are leading this work, and we were all very happy. There were a lot of exclamation marks in the responses. There's a really desperate unmet clinical need to find new therapies for pancreatic cancer patients, and that's what our research is doing.
The goal of this project is to help patients with mixed phenotype acute leukemia, but as we're finding out, the implications of what we're discovering is actually beyond patients with this disease.
It is my hope that we can develop a tool so that patients with thyroid cancer can live a long life without having to worry about secondary malignancies when they receive their treatment for their primary cancer.
I hope we are going to be able to help the patients I and my partner see in clinic every day with sarcoma.
I'm driven to improve the quality of life of my patients. So I'm very gracious for the support that all the Cycle for Survival participants give us and allow us to do research, particularly in rare diseases that would otherwise not be funded.
Thank you for making research into rare, ambiguous lineage acute leukemias possible.
I want to say to all of you, the fundraisers and donors to Cycle for Survival, thank you very much.
We are incredibly appreciative of the efforts and the time that you devote to this movement.
And I look forward to seeing you out on the bikes.
You can learn more about these trials and studies online at a site that we should all be sharing with our friends and family at home and across the globe, and that's the What You Fund page on cycleforsurvival.org. Are we ready for ride number 3? Oh, the Freedom Summit can come on up here. Make some noise for Renee. We're ready to ride. Let's do it for Equinox instructors up on these bikes. Somebody make some noise.
Good morning! Find your rhythm. Find your rhythm. Go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now.